It was a typical summer day in Tokyo. The sun shone brightly. Families, excited for the Bon holiday, bustled through Haneda Airport. Among them were the 524 souls booked on Japan Airlines Flight 123, bound for Osaka. The Boeing 747, a symbol of modern aviation, taxied to the runway. Captain Masami Takahama, a veteran with over 12,000 flight hours, commanded the cockpit. His experienced crew was ready. At 6:12 p.m., Flight 123 took to the skies, its ascent smooth and steady. The passengers settled in, unaware of the horror that awaited them. The first 12 minutes were uneventful. The flight attendants began beverage service. A sense of normalcy filled the cabin. But at 6:24 p.m., the illusion of routine shattered. A deafening boom echoed throughout the aircraft. The plane shuddered violently. Passengers were thrown from their seats. Oxygen masks dropped from the ceiling. Terror gripped the cabin as the aircraft lurched uncontrollably. High above the mountains of Gunma Prefecture, Flight 123 experienced a catastrophic failure. The aft pressure bulkhead, a critical component separating the pressurized cabin from the tail section, had ruptured. The force of the decompression was immense. It ripped away a large section of the tail fin, sending it plummeting to the earth below. The pilots were thrown into a maelstrom of alarms and warning lights. Their instruments spun wildly, painting a picture of chaos. The plane, now uncontrollable, pitched up and down violently. It rolled from side to side. The situation was dire. They were fighting for their lives and the lives of everyone on board. In the cockpit, Captain Takahama and his crew faced a nightmare scenario. The loss of the vertical stabilizer rendered the aircraft almost impossible to control. The ruptured hydraulic lines meant they had lost their primary flight control systems, but these were highly skilled pilots. They refused to give up. They knew they were in a desperate battle against the laws of physics. For an agonizing 32 minutes, the pilots fought to regain control of the crippled aircraft. Using differential engine thrust, varying the power between the engines, they tried desperately to level the plane. They struggled to understand what had happened and how to regain some semblance of control. But their efforts were in vain. The plane continued its terrifying roller coaster ride. As the minutes ticked by, Flight 123 descended lower and lower. The terrain below was unforgiving. The rugged peaks of Mount Takamagahara. Passengers, many injured, wrote desperate farewell notes to loved ones. They knew the end was near. Their hopes dwindled with each passing moment. At 6:56 p.m., the inevitable occurred. The aircraft, its trajectory uncontrollable, slammed into the forested slopes of Mount Takamagahara. The impact was devastating. The once mighty Boeing 747 was reduced to a smoldering wreckage. The sound of the crash echoed through the mountains, a chilling testament to the tragedy that had unfolded. Section 5. A glimmer of hope amidst the tragedy. News of the crash sent shockwaves across Japan. Rescue teams raced to the remote crash site, but the rugged terrain and approaching darkness hampered their efforts. Hope dwindled with each passing hour. When rescuers finally reached the wreckage, the scene that greeted them was horrific. Yet miraculously, amidst the debris, they found signs of life. 4 passengers, all women, had survived the crash. Their survival was a testament to their resilience, a beacon of hope in the face of unimaginable tragedy. They were pulled from the wreckage, their stories a testament to the preciousness of life. Section 6. Uncovering the fatal flaw. The world mourned the loss of the 520 souls on Flight 123. The investigation into the cause of the crash was exhaustive and meticulous. Every piece of wreckage was scrutinized. Every aspect of the flight was analyzed. The world needed answers. The investigation revealed a shocking truth. The root cause lay in a faulty repair carried out 7 years earlier. A tail strike incident in 1978 had damaged the aircraft's aft pressure bulkhead. The repair, carried out by Boeing, was flawed. A single row of rivets, instead of the required double row, had been used to secure a critical splice plate. This seemingly minor error had catastrophic consequences. Section 7. A legacy of enhanced safety. The investigation revealed a cascade of failures, from the initial repair to the lack of proper oversight. The disaster sent shockwaves through the aviation industry. Changes were urgently needed to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. In the wake of the disaster, sweeping changes were implemented. The Boeing 747 fleet underwent mandatory inspections and modifications, the flawed repair procedures were rectified, new standards for aircraft maintenance and design were established. The disaster forced the aviation industry to confront its vulnerabilities and prioritize passenger safety above all else. Section 8. Remembering the victims, honoring the heroes. The crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123 remains the deadliest single aircraft accident in history. It serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of even the smallest errors. The memory of the victims continues to resonate deeply within Japan and beyond. Every year, on the anniversary of the tragedy, families and loved ones gather near the crash site on Mount Takamagahara. They pay their respects, offer prayers, and lay flowers at the memorial. They remember the victims, their lives tragically cut short, and honor the heroic efforts of the pilots and crew who fought valiantly until the very end. Section 9. Japan Airlines, a commitment to safety, tested once more. In the years since the disaster, Japan Airlines has worked tirelessly to rebuild its reputation and restore public trust. The airline has implemented rigorous safety protocols and made significant investments in pilot training and aircraft maintenance. However, recent incidents involving Japan Airlines aircraft have raised concerns. Near misses, runway incursions, and a fatal collision with a Japan Coast Guard aircraft have cast a shadow over the airline's safety record. The Japanese Transport Ministry has issued a warning, urging the airline to address these concerns and reaffirm its commitment to safety. The legacy of Flight 123 weighs heavily on Japan Airlines, a constant reminder of the importance of vigilance and the unwavering pursuit of safety in the skies.